To begin, we're going to build another program that doesn't do anything that will demonstrate how to use while loops and for loops. I'm going to create a new file. We're going to call this file save as loops2.py, and let's go ahead and build a for loop. So maybe I'd like to print my name on the screen 10 times. So one way of doing that would be to do a for loop. And for loops are really straightforward here. So let's do for k is in range of 0, 10. And then just like with the if structures, instead of braces, we're going to use a colon and indentions. And my editor actually automatically indents for me. But in this case, what I have is for k in range of 0 to 10, colon. I'm going to put a comment here because in Java, this would look like this. Int k equals 0, k is less than 10, k plus plus. So in my opinion, the Python statement is actually more straightforward. It's just for k happens to iterate or be in the range of 0 to 10. Let's print some things out. So let's print k is equal to, lowercase k is equal to plus string of k. And then we'll print hello. And then when it's finished, let's print out an empty line and print done. So there's my program. It's going to loop for k is in range of 0 to 10. It'll print out k is equal to and the value of k and print out hello. And then when it's finished, so this print happens when the loop is done because it's the first thing that's outdented, and then it'll print the word done. So file, save. I'll hit F5 to run it. And there's 0, hello, 1, hello, 2, hello, 3, hello, and so on, and then done. So that worked. All those hellos are kind of annoying, so I'm going to delete them at this point in time. Now, if I wanted to go up by 2s, I could add another comma, and then say comma 2. So this is going to say in range of 0 to 10, going up in by 2s, and would be the same as over here saying plus equal 2. Let's save it, and we'll run it. There we go. And there you can see my program is going from 0 to 10, stepping by 2s. And notice that it didn't do 10 because when k was equal to 10, it skipped out of the loop. If I want, I can cause the loop to break and stop somewhere in the middle. So in this case, I'm going to say if k is greater than 5, then break. And what that'll do is it'll cause it to jump out of the loop once k is bigger than 5. So it should print 0, 2, 4, and then break. And there it goes, 0, 2, 4, 6, and break. Why did it do that? Because it printed the k is bigger than 5, which was 6, and then is 6 bigger than 5? It is, so then it broke. So the reason we saw 6 was because I'm printing before the break. That seems to be working well. What happens if I do this? For k is in range of 10. And notice it did the same thing, other than we took the step out, obviously. But we went 0 through greater than 5, so 6, and then it stopped, but it also stepped one at a time. So basically, if you say for k in range and then just give it a number, it's going to assume that you wanted to start at 0 and count up by 1 until you got to 10. So it's almost the same as saying do this 10 times. So I think that's really straightforward, really easy to use, much easier than the Java loop. Kind of like it. All right, let's do a while loop. Now remember that for a while loop I need some kind of expression, and for that I'm going to need a variable. So I'm going to say k is equal to 0, and then here I'm going to say while k is less than 10. So we're basically doing the same thing over and over. The one big difference is that I have to increment k by myself because I'm in the while loop. So here I'm going to say k is equal to k plus 1, or I could shortcut that and say k plus equals 1. Unfortunately, in Python, I cannot do k plus plus, which is what I'd really like to do. So k plus equal 1. We'll run that, save, run. And here I get the same result, but this time it's a while loop instead of a for loop. So here's my while with my condition. There's the colon that says this is the beginning of the block, and then it's going to go through right here, which is this line is the last line in the block. This happens after the block is completed.